What's up guys, Random Razor here with another tech video for you guys today, and today we'll be taking a look at the all-new OtterBox Symmetry hybrid case for the 9.7-inch iPad Pro and iPad Airs. So of course without further ado, let's slice this open, slap it on the iPad, and give you guys my quick in-depth review. A few months ago, I reviewed the OtterBox Defender case for the iPad Pro and iPad Air, and although it was a pretty awesome case, I've always wanted something a little bit more casual looking, and I'm really happy to announce today that OtterBox has introduced a Symmetry hybrid case, a folio style case for the new iPads. The Symmetry case comes in OtterBox's premium packaging here, pops easily open like so. And the first and only thing we're introduced with, of course, is the case itself, as well as a quick label here to demonstrate how to use this case. So taking a look at the case itself here, it's kind of obvious this is a folio style case for the iPad Pro as well as the iPad Airs, and it pretty much takes many of the design cues of the traditional Symmetry case that we are familiar with the iPhones and Samsungs and whatnot, and pretty much made a giant version of it for a tablet. As y'all know, the Symmetry case is a hybrid style case which has taken the same design cues for the iPad version here with a TPU border and a polycarbonate shell. And in this case, it's clear protection, so the color of your iPad as well as the Apple logo and whatnot does shine through. One cool feature I want to show you guys before we slap the iPad in is that the folio flap here is actually removable, which is pretty cool. So if you want to support the Apple smart cover or you just want to use the case by itself, you can actually take the folio flap off and use just the case. But anyways, let's slap the iPad Pro in this case. For those who are wondering, I've been sporting Apple's own smart cover here as well as their silicone case, and all of this is a pretty cool combination. For those of you looking to buy a case, this is a pretty expensive combination as well. And Apple's own cases, although they are nice, aren't as thick or protective as the OtterBox one here, which we will find out soon. Alright, so I got my black iPad Pro here in a space gray model. And to install this is pretty simple. It's just snap on solid case. So I go the long side first, and it should just pop into place. So once you're done installing the case, this is the end result, and as you guys can see here, it's a pretty nice case from OtterBox. So taking a quick overview of this case, what it has to offer, starting off with the front here, first off we do have a folio flap, considering this is a folio style case that features a microfiber interior to protect the screen, as well as this full leather or pleather type material that's on the outside. It's really soft to touch and definitely gives the entire case a professional look to it. Setting the front part of the case off certainly has to be the metal OtterBox logo that is stamped on the front here. It also serves as a magnet, so when you open this case up, it automatically unlocks your iPad. Moving on to the side of the case here, as you guys can already tell, there is a little strap here that can secure an Apple Pencil for those of you who like to use that, or the strap can be tucked away back on the inside if you don't need it. On the side of the case here, you do have covers for your volume rockers, an opening for the microphone, another cover for the power button, two more openings on the top here for your stereo speakers, headphone jack, and lastly on the bottom we do have three more cutouts for the other two stereo speakers as well as your lightning port. Lastly on the back of the case here, the entire back does feature a see-through design with a very nice matte finish, so it keeps a cleaner look and also much more scratch resistant than a glossy plastic finish. There's of course a cutout for your camera, flash, and secondary microphone. You also have the OtterBox logo engraved on the side here. And one last thing is a bit of a, not really a feature, but it's hard to tell in the video, but the entire back piece is actually lower than the border of this case here. So you guys can kind of tell that this part is actually lipped higher than the entire back, which actually makes it a little bit more comfortable to hold when you're using this case, as it gives you a little bit of more grip when you're holding it. Taking a look at the interior of the case here, as you guys can see, just like the Symmetry case for the iPhone, it's pretty similar for the iPad version here. We have a nice thick TPU border that wraps around the top of the iPad here, giving you a bit of top protection and excellent side protection. And because the TPU border here wraps on top of the glass here just a little bit, which amazingly works with my glass screen protector, it gives you a good amount of dust protection as well, keeping dust and debris away from the inside of the case. And one last feature I want to show off to you guys is just like the Apple smart cover, the OtterBox Symmetry hybrid case can also act as a stand as well, in both a kind of like a movie viewing mode, like so, as well as a typing mode. Overall guys, my first impressions on the OtterBox Symmetry hybrid case for the iPad Pro is pretty positive. It's definitely a great choice for those who are looking for an alternative from the Apple smart cover and silicone case that's a little bit cheaper and also more protective. I like how OtterBox done an excellent job at designing this folio case here with the Symmetry case styling, which means you get an excellent amount of protection without a case that isn't too bulky like the Defender case. In addition, the choice to make the entire back here a matte finish to show off the back of the iPad certainly helps keep the look of the overall device. In terms of any cons or things I don't like about the case, the only two things I could say is with a retail price of $99.95, it's certainly not the cheapest accessory you can get for your iPad. That being said, Apple's smart case and smart cover bought together in combination does retail more than what the OtterBox here costs, so you do get a good amount of savings in addition to more protection that this case offers, as I mentioned earlier. The only design change I would make with this case is actually remove the pencil strap here, and for two reasons. First off, if I can just get this in focus, a little bit hard to tell in the video, but the strap here is actually attached to the inside of the case, so there's a little opening here, and there's only a slim piece of plastic and TPU that's actually holding this top part. So imagine over time, the first thing that may break on this case is this part here. So for those who are wondering, well, if you want to remove the strap here, where are you going to put the Apple Pencil? Well, just like the Apple Smart Cover, I actually use it right here. There's actually a magnet underneath somewhere on the folio flap here, just like the Apple Smart Cover. And as you guys can see here, it sticks on pretty well and even better than the Apple Smart Cover. So I think this is a pretty good alternative from using the strap here and taking this out and just securing this entire side so it's not flimsy like that. But nonetheless, in conclusion, guys, I think overall the OtterBox Symmetry Hybrid case is a pretty well designed case and a great alternative, as I mentioned many times in this video, to the Apple silicone case and the Apple Smart Cover. It's cheaper, looks just as great, and offers more protection. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and as always, I have to thank OtterBox for shooting this case out for review. Hit that like button, as always helps me out, and I'll see you on the next video.